Bitcoin's alive, what you gon' do? Mempool fees are high. Ordinal. Where does it stop? Nobody knows. It's a revolution, ayy. Bitcoin is the one, no substitution, ayy. With Shizzy and Yagobi, it's Ordinal Revolution.
Welcome back to Ordinal Revolution. My name is Shizzy. On this channel, we cover the entire Bitcoin Ordinal ecosystems. What's up, guys? We have an amazing show for you guys today. Today, we have a weekend update. So every weekend, obviously we don't do a show on Saturday. So Sunday morning, we like to kind of catch you guys up on anything you may have missed and with the prices and with the news and stuff like that. So that's what you get from these weekend updates. We have a really good one. We're going to be talking about a lot of the Trump stuff yesterday, right? So Trump came out yesterday and he was libertarian to the T. He said free Ross. He said he's going to basically destroy Elizabeth Warren and her anti-crypto army. Absolutely amazing. As a Bitcoiner, you just love to see it, right? We are now a big part of this political race. They want our vote. And the Democrats, with their Operation Choke Point of last year, have completely destroyed anyone from voting for them. So that's why they had enabled this Ethereum ETF, and that is why Trump is out here and he's like, I'm gonna go right at the choke point, which is the libertarians, right? So it's absolutely amazing. So without further ado, let's get this thing started. Bring in my partner, as always, Mr. Yagobi. What's up, buddy?
What's up, man?
What's going on, dude?
Not much. A lot of Trump news, like you said, which is exciting. It's exciting to see that, finally the Bitcoin and crypto space is being heard and is being looked at as a valuable space.
100%. Yeah. And like when Trump yesterday, he was at a libertarian thing in DC, and he went out there and he said obviously that he's going to I will, this is a direct quote, I will ensure that the future of crypto and the future of Bitcoin will be made in the USA. So this is big because me and you were just talking to Damian Nam from Orange Crypto, and we had this conversation. We said, I think it was me. I said, it sucks being an American. You're just seeing innovation leave. You know what I mean? Like Damien, he's now living in, overseas at Dubai instead of building over here in the US. And that it just made me sad, man. And just kind of see, former president and potential next president come out and say this is just made me feel good.
Yeah, I think it was, perfect timing. And the fact that like he's bringing hope, I would say, to the space. You can see it on the Twitter timeline, right? Because like our Twitter timelines are not like a regular person's. We have a lot of Bitcoin, crypto people posting left and right, and it was just like a jolt of energy and hope and stuff, and people just being kind of rallying behind it. And the follow-up statement about him saying, he's going to give Ross Ulbricht time served if he becomes president. That's pretty cool, right? Like I know that there's different opinions on that and how that should go, but for the most part, like the crypto space believes that that there was probably some unjust in that whole situation. But I don't know. I got to dig deeper into that whole case, so I'm not going to speak on that specifically. But him just speaking on it, like I think, really gave him a jolt of energy and backing from this space.
Yeah, 100%. And if you wanted more information on it, there is two easy ways to get information. There's a movie called Silk Road. It's all about that. And in the movie, like Ross did some effed up stuff. I'm not going to say he did it, but he was, basically FBI informant, was basically befriending him and just doing all the things you cannot do. He basically went to Ross and said, hey, like I know a hitman, we can get this guy killed. And he basically gave Ross his own news, right? He was basically just giving Ross everything he needed to be
leading him
100%. So did Ross make a lot of mistakes? Of course. He was a 21-year-old kid. He was just came into a lot of money with this, and he was just making mistake after mistake. And I mean, we're talking 12 years later. Should he be freed? I don't know. I'm not, I don't know, but some people do think he does, and Trump seems to be one of them. He did, I'd give this guy another chance. I'm a big believer in second chances, not third chances, but second chances for sure. So I'm okay with this.
Yeah. And obviously it is a a political move too. I mean, let's just be honest about it. And I think that he's playing the crypto card very well, to the point to where the other side is having to try to catch up actually with it. And it's crazy because like Trump hasn't been playing this card for very long.
No.
Started at his dinner that we missed, that we had an opportunity to go
Could have been there.
away. And someone from the crowd, and I think that was part of Frank's camp, was like, hey, do you accept Bitcoin or whatever? He's like, yes. And then that spurred everything. And now like crypto is becoming a big part of this election issues and stuff. And I think it's going to be questions in the debate and stuff. So we'll see.
Yep.
That'd be
There's
huge.
a guy he had the Mog glasses on.
Yeah.
From your boy. What's his name? The guy who's like your children's children.
Oh, yeah, you're right. What's his name?
He has a Mog tattoo. I can't remember his name right now, but we talked about him a lot last year.
Yeah. Bitlord,
yeah. All right, jump to the next thing. The fact that the leading candidate for president is talking about Bitcoin and self-custody in campaign speeches is absolutely astonishing. That's just absolutely crazy to me that this is even a campaign issue, right? I was just reading yesterday, 50 million people in the U.S. hold crypto, and it's 50 million potential votes because of Elizabeth Warren, because of Gary Gensler, because of the anti-crypto army, because of Brad Sherman and Waters. And I can just see them all for the first time in history, huge changes coming to, Senate and Congress, them actually being pushed out because people kind of see the future now. We're finally seeing that Bitcoin is here and it's not going anywhere, and you can either get with it or be gone. It's how crazy is it that Bitcoin is a political issue?
I actually don't think it's that crazy, and I'll tell you why. This is a financial / tech, fintech, if you want to, put it into one specific category type of asset class. And eventually there's going to be enough capital for people that want to back certain, potential presidents, or even like politicians in this, with the industry, to where it's going to make an effect. And I think we're starting to see that, right? TradFi's been doing it for decades, and now crypto is starting to show its muscle. And I think because it comes from a universal standpoint of community growth and asset growth, I think that the power is starting to escalate quickly, right? So now yes, maybe you had influence from like people from different countries in the TradFi markets as well, but it's not the same as universal as it is with crypto, right? So you could have like huge holders from Europe that want to help back and donate to certain things. And I know that might not be legal or however that works or whatever, but a donation is something that they're looking for. So I don't know the ins and outs of that, so don't quote come up here and say, well, that's not how it works and all this stuff. It doesn't matter. Whatever's happening is that crypto is really starting to move like I guess like perception of it, right? From important people in politics. And so do I think that this would have happened a little bit sooner? Possibly, maybe like last cycle. And I think it did probably try to start last cycle with the FTX thing, and the collapse really kind of, messed with things. But now I think it's like inevitable and you can't ignore it.
And that ended up being one of the best things that ever happened for crypto, to get rid of SBF, to get rid of the politics inside of crypto. And now it's just, it's not there no more. I think losing SBF was the best thing that ever happened to crypto, because he wasn't a crypto guy. He was a politician. He was politics first. I mean, it was obvious now that crypto was just part of his agenda. That's all it was. And I think that ended up being the best thing that ever happened to crypto, for years.
Yeah,
and
I
years
agree.
to come.
I agree with you with that, because he was pretty much one-sided of the aisle too, right?
Yep.
And so it was like, I feel like if he that didn't happen, then we would probably already have had CBDC. We would, had a bunch of like controlling factors with it. And so I agree. I think that him being exploited and or just like in terms of what he's, trying to the agenda, it seems like, right? It
Yep.
was really
100%.
sneaky. And so now I think we're in a good place as a space. So we'll see.
Yep. All right, guys. We know you guys don't watch us for politics. We know you guys don't watch us for other things. We know you guys watch us for ordinal stuff. So I was doing some research last night, and I was thinking, what are some airdrops? Because obviously we had an insane airdrop season that just happened, but another one could really start off the next ray of victories for us here, right? And so I started looking down, thinking, and obviously I think Fluid is the number one. Fluid is a borrowing and lending exchange. These are going to be monstrous for us guys because they're going to be the most dApps because they are, it's very centralized, but at the same time, it's done by your wallet and it's done by using UTXOs and stuff like that, right? Locking and unlocking through that point. So I what is it called? It's called like partial
Sign.
partially signed stuff like that. That's what kind of Liquidium does, and the Fluid uses a different way. But I think the borrowing and lending stuff is really going to be huge. And my first two here, as you can see, are Fluid token and Liquidium. What do you think about these airdrops and really just like using them to kind of just taking out loans or lending out money to kind of get these points?
Yeah, I think those opportunities are ranked well because Fluid token hasn't even put their dashboard out, but they're still tracking all the activity. So you're so early there. And because they've already had a TGE event with their Cardano token before, you don't have to worry about like, the percentage of, I feel like going to like investors as much. We don't know what that breakdown is, but it's just kind of, I feel like it's different. It's like you can get in early on the Bitcoin side. So I think that's why that's probably number one. Number two, Liquidium. Obviously, they've been around. They are a kind of a hot commodity. They have established themselves through BTC Startup Lab. So that seems right. Kind of sitting at number two. Number three was Surf. Surf is definitely starting to be known in the space via Merlin, right? Obviously, it is a Bitcoin sidechain application, but we've used it, we love it, and I think that more usage is going to happen. It's going to be the GMX of the Bitcoin sidechains, in my opinion. So getting in on that token is going to be very, very important, and if you can do it through airdrops, that'll be awesome. Ghosty, we know what they've been doing in terms of just really being movers and shakers in the space. They've been undervalued in terms of their market cap for a very long time, but we both think that they're going to explode. And with the spooky token, it's a good opportunity. And then 5 kind of sits perfect with the epic airdrop. We don't know much about it, so it's kind of like it could be a big deal, but we don't know enough to be able to really establish that statement.
Yeah. Is there any of these that you're personally going after?
Yeah, so I would say Fluid and Ghosty, Liquidium, maybe a little bit. Oh, Surf as well. I would say actually, Surf definitely is something that I want the token regardless if I'm going to get airdrop or not. But the one that I'm not so excited is probably the Blob Epic, and it's just because there's not enough information except for the fact that I think they're going to airdrop Epic to Blob holders. That's pretty straightforward, right? But I just don't know how like that token's going to gain value after that.
Yeah, for sure. I'm actually obviously using the Fluid. I'm doing these limit orders. Their swap's going to be live this week. We are very excited with that. We're going to give you guys a full breakdown of how that's going to work. So, but right now you can go there and you can add limit orders. So I've added like a whole bunch of limit orders. I added them higher than the prices, right? Just so I don't get like picked off and the prices fly up and I forget to change the orders and I get picked off at prices that are a little lower. So I put them a little higher. I got a bunch of limit orders over there. And what I mean by limit orders, I'm just putting Bitcoin with the amount of tokens and stuff like that and then putting the tokens for sale. So how that's going to work is you're going to be able to go there, buy the amount that you want to buy, and it's going to come from certain limit orders. And if there's a bunch of limit orders at one price, it'll take from there. And if you buy too much, it'll put you at a different limit order and you'll take from someone else's limit order. But that's one thing they're doing really cool there is they're letting you take from, take portions of these orders instead of you having to buy the whole thing. So if you want it one Satoshi, you're not going to have to overpay for it somewhere because you want like just one Satoshi Nakamoto token. You can actually go and buy that from Fluid at the market price, which is pretty awesome. So that's one thing that I really like from them. Liquidium, obviously, I'm a Node Monkey holder and I keep locking my Node Monkeys in and then getting them back out. I have 2 different wallets that I am getting points with them. Big on that one. Surf, with me and Yagobi actually just started taking out loans last week. We're just kind of seeing the potential of this one. Not loans, I'm sorry, taking out leverage
Leverage.
plays. Nothing crazy. 4.9% is my one, 5.4 is my other. Nothing insane. I got stop losses and stuff. I'm playing the game very safely. I don't recommend anyone not experienced to play these games, but if you want to do a couple $100, lock it in. Maybe do a 5x, earn some points. So with that, you earn these things called lucky cards, and you open the lucky card, and you can get anywhere from 20 points to 200 points. I haven't got lucky enough to get a 500 point, but I heard that they do exist. I just have about 500 points right now. Nothing crazy. Ghosty, I have been buying like crazy. I'm above 60,000. I bought more last night, so I'm officially
Goodness
above
gracious.
60,000 Ghosty. I want that spooky token. I want it badly. So I'm just trying to get as much as possible. And at the end of the day, I still have my Ghosty after getting the spooky token. So, and I can lock up my Ghosty, for actually to get more spooky. So not only will I potentially get the airdrop, but I could then potentially lock it up to earn more spooky as they, lock it up and become more centralized. So I just think that's win-win. I think Ghosty is an infrastructure play on tap. I think at a $10 million market cap, to me is just stupid. And if you look on the on Unisat, it can get to 39 cents in about 12 buys. Like, it's absolutely crazy. 25% in 12 buys. That's 12 different people taking a position, a small position at that, of like $1,500 position. So that was another reason why I'm doing that. Blob is the only one I'm not going after, and I'm starting to think that's stupid. I'm starting to think that maybe I should buy a Blob. So, but that is my personal what I'm doing for these airdrops. Going after all of them. I think that's
and these type of airdrops are a bit different than I think what we went through. It's more utility based here, so I love this. I want to see more of this type of airdrop than just the kind of the pre-runes kind of exhausted me with that. So
yeah, exactly your point. These are all utility tokens. Float is a utility token. Liquidium will be a utility token. Surf will be a utility token. Spooky will be a utility token. Hopefully, I'm pretty sure. And then Blob, the Epic.
that's the
I think
only
they're doing
one that
something
might.
with that.
Yeah, that's the only one that might not. But still, that's not bad. 4 out of 5.
Yeah. So I said it before. It starts with meme season, then utility season, and I think we're about to enter that. And then I think after that, then it's NFT season, and then it's GameFi. So I'll let you guys know when we're getting towards the end. You'll know when we get towards the end. Look, you'll see these things at $1 billion market caps, Liquidium and Fluid for sure.
Yep, I agree.
All right. What do you want to jump into the market updates?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's hop right in.
We want to do first.
Right. Let's see. Well, I guess I'll start with the BRC20s here.
Okay.
I can undo that. Let me pull in OKX real quick. And we'll stay there. There's a token that's popped up that I haven't seen really in a while, at least on the Unisat side. But I'm going to bring up OKX just to kind of show what's been hot lately. So you can see here, this is the past 24 hours. This is the BRC20 market update, guys, for the weekend. Pi has really been sitting in that number one spot. I've seen it there for a while, on the OKX side. It did 289,000, so about 290,000. Market cap is 60 million. So this one has been kind of, like I said, maintaining consistency in terms of being in this top spot. PIN is that number 2 spot. It did 213,000 in 24-hour volume, and then the market cap is 27.38 million. So GBTX, I'm not too sure of what this one is, but it's number 3, 171,000 with $85,000 market cap. So this seems to be a newer one. So maybe some people are starting to, try to revitalize older tokens, or maybe they're launching some new ones here. I know that the BRC20 token launches are like very minimal now, but this could be a new one there. SatX, we know who SatX is, and they come in at number 4, market cap 3.76 million, 149,000, so 150,000 24-hour volume. Core is one that we've seen here. They talk about like influence in Bitcoin Core, and they had 136,000 volume in 24 hours with a $40 million market cap there. PGID 57,000 in 24-hour volume at $8.6 million market cap. Wizard comes in at number 7, 53,000 in 24-hour volume and $68 million market cap. So this one, Wizard hasn't transitioned over to runes yet. So do you think that this one's going to kind of fade away once that happens?
Yeah, that's basically the same token as the Magic Internet money, right? That'll be the guys from Quantum Cats and stuff. Yeah, I think that there's gonna be some type of buy and burn and stuff. Udi and those guys, Eric Wall, they are definitely Casey guys. So I think they will be enabling the runes token only. I can't see them having multiple tokens. So yeah, to your point, yeah, I think that this one kind of fades away, but you do get the same position over on runes.
Gotcha. Yeah. Makes sense. And then number 8 is AI, and is AI play here. About $39,000 in 24-hour volume. The market cap is $9.83 million. FSP sitting at $35,000 in 24-hour volume. Market cap is $840,000, and then we round it out with Slore. Not sure what Slore is, but it's $27,000 in 24-hour volume, and then $15.39 million market cap. Then we got some ones that we recognize. Rats here at $24,000 in 24-hour volume. Still $131 million market cap, guys. This could run again if Layer 1 Foundation and Unisat really do release something that's easy to use. This is one to kind of keep your eye on. I'm actually shocked that they're still at 131 million. If you think about it, 131 million dollar market cap in runes is pretty solid. You know what I mean? You're not going to be in the top 3, but you'll be in the top 5. You know what I mean? So I'm shocked. Are you shocked that that's still 130, like over 100 million?
It's a community token, man. That's not 130 million is not. I mean, you see Dogwood Hat at 2.3 billion, right? So I mean, no.
But with Bitcoin though, because of the UX, it's we haven't seen anything that high. Not even our highest tokens haven't even reached that.
That's true.
So for Bitcoin, I feel like it's a little bit surprising. But to your point, overall meme community, if that's why I think Unisat has an opportunity if they can release something like that. That's swap like, not anything like they released in February, which I got to be honest, man, it was a big disappointment. And I think Unisat has done great things in the space, but that swap that was released, bro, that was very disappointing. And, because we hyped it up too, because we thought it was going to be this liquidity type of pool type swap, but it just didn't. It was liquidity pools. It just didn't work out.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah. Then we have Track here at number 19. It's not as popular on the OKX platform in the Chinese community as it is in the Western communities, but still pulling in about 9,500 in total volume in 24 hours and 63 million. Pups sitting here, $123 million market cap. Still goodness, but the volume here is bad at 7,000 in the OKX, and then the last one is Ghosty, 3,700, and then 10.2 million. But like the top tokens and volume on Unisat is definitely different. So like here you can see Track was what, number 19. Over on the Unisat side, it's number 8, right?
Yeah.
And then you have Ghosty at number 11 and number 28 here. So that goes to show, guys, there is a bit of a disconnect from at least like the East and West communities and BRC20s and what people are looking for.
Yeah, man. Well, yep. All right. So we'll jump over to the Magic Eden part of it. In that first spot, we got the Node Monkey sitting at 0.265 at 77 Bitcoin in volume, followed by the Bitcoin Puppets at 0.129 at 53 Bitcoin in volume. Ordinal MaxiBiz sitting at 0.285 at 27 Bitcoin in volume, followed by Runestones sitting here at 0.011 at 27 Bitcoin in volume. The Quantum Cats 0.272 at about 19 Bitcoin in volume, and I'm on the 7-day. Followed by the Frogs sitting at 0.06 at 19 Bitcoin in volume. The Rune Pups sitting at 0.032 at 8 Bitcoin in volume. The Blob Epic is one we were talking about earlier, potentially airdrop, sitting at 0.037 at 5.66 Bitcoin in total volume. Followed by RSIC Meta Protocol sitting at 0.021, sitting at 5.6 Bitcoin in volume. And then the Natcats in the top 10 on the 7-day. Pretty crazy. Sitting at 0.024. I think the Royals, stuff like that, really pushed them up. And this 25% diamond bonus from Unisat as well.
Yeah.
Sitting at there's 183 buys. Wow. People are really buying these
Yeah.
up. So how refreshing is it to kind of get some of these pre-runes out of here? And then we're kind of sitting with the actual projects in the top 10 on the 7-day. No monkeys, puppets, cats, frogs, and then like nat cats and stuff like that.
Feels good. Feels good. I mean, that's how it should be. It's interesting. It says migrating for rune pups. So what does that mean?
I think you can burn these for that token.
Okay. Gotcha.
I'm pretty sure. It's something on those lines.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, cool. Can you go back to that what you had and click the 1 day? Because I noticed something that was pretty weird. And,
the frogs in the top 3?
Yeah. No, but and look at the sales too. You can look at the sales numbers. I mean, that's pretty dominating, right? In terms of being in the top there.
88 frog sales.
Yeah. And so I don't know if there's like a migration happening a little bit from puppets to frogs, but it could be happening, right? It could be happening. We'll see. We'll see if this continues. Like there's been moments where the frogs have spurts of high volume and then kind of slows down, right? So if this can continue, this could be big for the frogs.
A few sales, dude, can get it to above in volume on the daily. That's crazy. Puppet frogs could take the number 2 spot back in volume. Is the frogs gonna start ribbiting back, dude?
I think so. I think they do, man. But I need some more data to kind of get confirmation on that. I need like the sales to be once they're back in the top 2 consistently, like how they used to be. I think more attention comes to them, right? So, but look, if you're looking for value, I mean, frogs are the value play here, and they've been for a while. I mean, 0.06 is about 4,000, a little over 4,000, 4,100, 4,200 maybe. And, if you're looking at puppets and node monks, and this is also a time of not really buying to flip in the short term, right? So what could happen is more bleed out from number 1 and number 2, but the bleed out has happened for frogs for so long that I just don't see very much more, right? So what does that mean? This could be like a very strong acquisition period for frogs.
100% huge. Yeah, I agree. That's crazy to be in the top 3 again. I didn't think it was this day would happen. Congratulations to all
they were
frogs.
they were number 1 like 2 weeks ago, and then no monks and puppets were real quick. We're like, no, we're not gonna let that happen. I want to say it was like for like maybe like almost a 24-hour period, but then like they got pushed back down. But we'll see. Looks like they're fighting back.
How crazy is it that like no monks and pups kind of rode down together? No monks popped back up. No monks got down to 0.22. As a no monkey holder, I was like, fudge, right? But it didn't happen. And then the puppets just kept going. What do you think is happening with these two? Why do you think no monkeys popped up and puppets did not?
I think that there is just more of a concentrated effort to have node monks be in that number 1 spot and a respectable floor consistently, right? I think that there is a concentrated effort for that. I mean, like it's obvious, I don't remember the last time I saw them in 0.1 range. It's been forever, right? Do I think that they could get to 0.1 something? Yeah, but I think it's going to take like a pretty strong bleed out for that to happen. I see pups getting lower than frogs soon. I honestly do.
Wow.
Now, but not maybe this next week. It could be, a couple of weeks or 3 weeks, and obviously it not just puppets only going down, but like with frogs going up too. I could see that happening in the next 2 to 4 weeks. But we'll see. Definitely we've seen the bleed out with puppets. So
100%. Yeah, man. Is there anything in here that you want to take a look at that's not here?
I mean, we can take a look at ALUs just to see kind of how they're doing. I feel like they has kind of slowed down a bit. Yeah, so they're at 0.007. I know there's been people, in their community that's like, what's going on? Well, you got to look at the entire market. You can't just look at ALU alone. Like we just talked about with node monkeys and puppets, they've been bleeding out. So all of the projects are going to feel it. I mean, the frogs kind of bled out before. That's the only reason they're not bleeding out further. You know, so, but you know, like their chats that I'm in, they're definitely still active and stuff like that. So,
100%.
yeah, I'm
The other one I want
excited
to
to
take a
see
look
the
at.
next run up.
Yeah, for sure. I think the next two big plays are kind of priced about exactly the same. I think it's Bitmap Emporium because Limitless, because of what he did with Neo Tokyo, big guy over there, and he was in Ordinals Asia, and he made some really good contacts and stuff like
Deals.
that.
Yep.
So some deals, and so who knows? But I think Bitmap Emporium and the ALUs are probably going to be the next big things. Whether that be just like to get to 5-10x or potentially maybe even get the 0.8 one day. Who knows, right? You just don't know. This could be a really good play. We both own ALUs and bitmaps, just so everyone knows. But that's kind of wise because we think these are going to be some big players eventually.
Yeah. Well, and the recent resurgence of Bitmap too in their community that could help
Yep.
because I think the Bitmap Emporium, in my opinion, I think it's the best PFP for the Bitmap theme, right?
Yep.
But another one I'm going to be watching is the Natcats. I'm going to be watching Natcats because it is their first, that
Yeah.
community's first 10K. And I think that that's also a value play, in my opinion. It got all the way to 0.14 or 16, I think.
Yeah.
Something really strong. So, these are picking up a couple of these could definitely bode well for people that are wanting to wait until the ordinal market really jumps back up.
Yeah, I can definitely see that for sure.
Yep.
All right. Want to jump to the runes?
Yep. Can do that.
All right. Yeah, man.
All right. So with runes, just going on let's go on the 24-hour volume here. I think that's a fair approach here for the past 24 hours. You got Doug go to the moon, bringing in about $640,000. The Donald Trump is up 40%. Wow, almost 41%. The daily volume is almost 260,000, dude. That's crazy.
Yeah. Can I
Cats
tell you real quick on that? So last night I was sitting on my couch and there's all this Donald Trump stuff's going on, and I bought the Donald Trump and I bought the Dolan Trump a few days, like about 2 weeks ago. I got it around Donald Trump around 6 sats, and I got in Dolan Trump super cheap. I think I'm put $400 into it. And I'm like, they're probably running right now. So I went down to my computer and I was right. I 4x Donald Trump and I like 10x Dolan Trump. And I was like, I sold them both completely last night. I was like, you got to sell your peanuts while the circus is in town. And I was right because I got out of Donald Trump last night about 25 sats. And Dolan Trump, I can't remember what the thing was, but I made about $4,000 on both of those. So I was very happy. So I mean, that's what guys you got to do. I mean, I could miss out on huge gains here, but when you 4x or you 10x something, and it's because of a news event, you gotta look into taking profits. So I kind of want to push into that, but it's not financial.
100%. 100%. Number 3, Cats in the Sats. Do you know anything about this?
No, that's a new one.
I mean, the name is perfect. Cats in the Sats. I really like that. It looks like it ran pretty well. 209,000 in total volume. Market cap at 4.3 million. This is one I'm going to be looking at in terms of a meme that could take off. Pups World Peace. You can see that their volume is coming. Almost 200,000 at number 4 here. Market cap is 130 million, but again, it's the same as the BRC20. So you're splitting liquidity there. Arctic Genesis Rune at number 5, 161,000, 171 million. Are you still bullish? Same level of bullishness with this token, or did you pull back a little bit, or what do you think?
No, I'm still holding on. I got a huge position in RSIC and huge position in decentralized that kind of regret now. I lost a lot of money in those two, but I'm not. I still feel the same about both of them. I feel like at this point, I would not sell any of them because I think in a 6 to 8 months these are going to be billion-dollar projects. But right now, it's tough to see. It's tough to feel that on a daily basis. But yeah.
Yeah, I think it's definitely one of those like conviction plays to where you got to wait, to reap the rewards there. All right, number 6, Kim Jong-un. That this one's interesting. It's funny. It did $100,000 in 24-hour volume, $173,820 market cap there. Number 7, decentralized. You just hit on this. Yeah, this is another one that, if you have the conviction, you're gonna have to probably wait this out.
It's an
It did
all-time low.
66. Yeah, it did a $66,000 24-hour volume. It's a $35 million market cap. So, team behind it. Seems like the team knows what they're doing. And also there's probably people that are like, Dev, do something type of situation with some of these, but it's like, do what? Like for what? Like the first real run up hasn't happened. We've had a little bit of a positive push up, but it isn't the ballistic rocket that is going to come for this space. Once that happens, then devs will do something. I'm pretty sure of it, but not financial advice with that. All right. And then number 8, Satoshi Nakamoto, trading at $1.57, $50,000 in 24-hour volume with $32 million market cap. Rest in peace, Harambe. Yeah, sitting at 2 cents, 43,000, almost 44,000. So I guess this might have been his anniversary of that. Market cap is a little over under $500,000 there. And then number 10, the Xi Jinping. Goodness, dude, the politics are coming out strong. The global politics. You got 30,000 in 24-hour volume with $112,000 market cap there, and that rounds it out. There's a couple that we recognize here. Number 11, Waddle Waddle, at 9 million. So this dropped a couple million in market cap. We got Lobo the Wolf Pup, sitting at 18 million, almost $19 million market cap. Fihu, sitting at that market cap ain't real to me.
Yeah.
But Mr. Yin, our guy, Mr. Yin, trading at 16 cents. This guy right here, like I said, I feel like this meme has the it factor with it. The market cap's at 3.4 million. The holder count went up a little bit. I think it's at like 1,533 or something. I don't know. Are you feeling good about this still, or what do you think?
I was on the timeline and I saw that Mr. Eats Businessman, he came out and he said that only 2 ordinal plays, rune plays that he has is Dog Go to the Moon, which is the obvious one, and then he has Mr. Yen, Japanese Businessman, and that's the only 2 plays he has, dude. I was like, whoa, talking about two sides of the spectrum there, but it just shows you, man, like the people are paying attention to this one, and I think he does really well.
Yeah, I mean, he has definitely missed his fair share of calls, but he's also hit his fair share of calls too.
For sure.
You love him or hate him, I mean, he's definitely made money in the space. You know that, like everybody knows that. So I don't know, but I'm having fun with it. I showed my brother yesterday. The reason why I like Mr. Yin, Japanese Businessman, so much is because whoever is the creative person behind the memes is like top notch. Like he is great at creating meme. He or she, I don't know if it's she. Yeah. But I showed my brother yesterday, and he goes, "What the heck is that?" He goes, "That makes me scared for my investments." And I go, "No, this one's bullish, bro." But it was pretty funny. But
so DJ,
he was cracking up though because it made him laugh because it's funny.
He told me that he loved his son.
Yes, I was like, that's the thing, and I showed him like different posts and like how many people were like posting like he loves his son, he loves his son. You know what I mean?
We'll see where it goes. It's definitely fun. That's one thing about here, guys. Like I was actually talking to my wife about this. It was like we're fun finance, right? It's just like we're not like our generation. We're not sitting there around like a boardroom desk and we're talking about, oh, I think this one could, like, you know what I mean? Like this company is going to do great things in the future. We're like, yo, Mr. Yen, Japanese Businessman, has potential. Why? Because he loves his son.
Yeah,
it's just so stupid, but it's fun. It's just different, right? The old way of doing things in a new way. I love it. I absolutely love it. I love being here. I love doing this every day. It's just fun, bro.
I agree.
All right. Do we'll touch on anything else? Or is that our update for the week?
I think that's it. I think that wraps it up. We got a good 40 minutes in, and I feel like we covered pretty much everything. And
Yeah.
you know, we do have a members live stream tonight, so we're going to release this here soon. So you guys, it will be tonight. And Shizzy already posted that up. Is it 9 p.m. Central or
9 p.m.
Eastern?
Eastern, 8 p.m.
Okay.
Central. That'll be 6 p.m.
Yep.
Pacific, and then I think that's like 2 o'clock, 3 o'clock in the morning for my European people. But apologize for that. But we give you guys the live stream every morning, right? So sometimes we have to
Exactly.
push to the Western a little bit as well. So, but it should be a fun one. Real quick, guys, please do us a favor. Go check out ordinalrevolution.com. We have some of the best articles here. If you know anyone who's getting new into ordinals, this is the place to send them. They can learn everything from track to sat hunter to anything that's happening on Fluid, Verothium, and Bitcoin bull market cycles. Just go check that out. There's plenty more here. There's probably about 30 to 40 articles here that you can read and really get caught up to the day-to-day of what's going on here. Also, we will be in Bitcoin Nashville. So if you're going to Nashville, check out this 21% off coupon here. It's probably the cheapest place you'll ever get it is probably right here with us. So, and guys, we've been adding to the store. I've been promising for months, but it's finally here. We added some really cool stuff here. Look at these puppet shirts. We got this really cool Ordinal Revolution school bag. We do have the not bullish enough shirts and the Bitcoin there. And then we got some pandas, some alus, some goosenal stuff. And just check us out here, guys. Even if you don't plan on buying anything, just take a look. If you know anybody who's interested in Ordinal's gear, send them our way. And if you have Ordinal gear, make sure you guys are rocking it in Bitcoin Nashville. Let's show the maxis what we are doing and what we are wearing, and because we're nuts, and we're gonna show them that. I need a Mr. Yen shirt. Do we have a Mr. Yen shirt yet?
Dude, we gotta get Mr. Yen. We gotta get Mr. Yen. I'm gonna work on that right after the show now.
We're gonna make a Mr. Yen shirt, guys. And Yagobi already mentioned it, but I'll say it one more last time. We're doing a members only video tonight. If you are not a member, think about joining the membership. You guys can get our personal portfolios. I'm gonna tell you guys, I made some moves last night. I told you some of them already, but I'll break down my full entire portfolio for you guys. We'll jump into that. You guys kind of run that show, so whatever your questions are is how we're gonna lean. I know our lives are really dedicated to the news and what is happening, but these members only streams just you guys can connect directly with us. So check that out. They're fun, exciting. They get silly and stupid. So and my man Yazir is always there. So shout out to you guys.
Yep.
And that's it, right?
Yep, that is it.
All right. See you guys.
Peace.
Ordinal Revolution. Let's go.